Should foreign victims of human rights abuses anywhere in the world be allowed to sue in a U.S. court? That's the question before the U.S. Supreme Court as it examines a lawsuit brought by 12 Nigerians who accuse Shell of playing a part in their torture. Their lawyer says they represent the entire human rights community.
They view themselves as not only seeking justice for themselves, but now that the case is in front of the Supreme Court, but also standing in for all the other victims of human rights violations that want to use the Alien Tort Statute to get some measure of justice in U.S. courts.
Shell denies the allegation that it engaged in human rights abuses in Nigeria. And to the surprise of many, the Obama administration has sided with Shell, but also doesn't rule out the possibility of the law being used to fight international human rights violations in the future.
We would not want Germany or the United Kingdom or South Africa to give its courts jurisdiction over the acts of U.S. officials or U.S. companies that might have occurred halfway around the world and that had no nexus to that country.
That's not a view human rights activists are buying, who argue reciprocity is fundamental to the principles of international law.
You can't have it both ways. And I think that, you know, the way to deal with that is, well, if you don't want courts of other nations enforcing international human rights law against you, don't get rid of the laws that allow us to enforce it. Don't be complicit in human rights abuses.
Human rights activists say that if the Nigerian lawsuit against Shell is thrown out, then other foreign nationals would be blocked from seeking justice in American courts, and corporations would get away with murder. Now all eyes are here on the U.S. Supreme Court and what it has to say over a debate on America's human rights laws. Nina Maria Potts, SABC, in Washington.